Listen, so it's all about peppers on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. We're making the most delicious recipes. Earlier on, Andrea told us about the nutritional and health benefits of peppers, but now we're going to utilize them. You're going to make a red pepper pesto.
Absolutely, something so simple, so easy, but lots and lots of flavour, and you can use it in so many things. I love something like this because it keeps well in the fridge. In fact, it keeps well in the freezer as well. I have trays of pesto, actually, my ice cube trays.
Wow.
And when I want some pesto, all I do is pop it on an ice cube tray per person. Done. You got pesto. So there's basil, there's obviously the peppers you could do. There's so much you can do with it. So just simple, and it's just basic. So any sort of pesto recipe, just follow the sort of the same sort of steps you're going to do, and then just change the peppers from there.
All right, cool.
So obviously, key ingredient is our peppers. What we've done here is we've roasted them off in an oven. Make sure you put a slit or pierce them so they don't sort of explode in your oven. And we've roasted them and get them so they are black.
All right.
That black is going to that wonderful charred smokiness. Take them out, cover them of cling film in a bowl, and then allow them to sweat. With that sweating, you're able to remove the skin, peel the skin off, take the seeds out, and you end up with a lovely bit of flesh. So
beautiful.
Into our food processor, you can do it in a liquidizer, whatever you like in there.
Okay.
And we're going to put a little bit of basil, whatever a few herbs you've got as well. It's always great to add into there. Nuts. Again, there's always little bits of nuts in the cupboard, pecans,
a little bit of rough
walnuts,
texture as well, which is great.
I mean, we're getting a bit extravagant here. Some pine nuts work extremely well. Bit of Parmesan cheese, but again, if you don't want any Parmesan cheese or you haven't got any, not the end of the world. You know, you're not going to get that sort of that creaminess, but that's all right. Bit of garlic, as much or as little garlic as you like. And if you can give me a grind of black pepper.
There we go, sir.
A little bit of salt, just to start the abrasiveness of all that. But remember, there's a lot of salt in the actual Parmesan itself there, so you've got to be very careful with that.
Our black pepper grinder is not seeming to work too well this morning.
You got a bit of a Jimmy one there. And anyway, some extra virgin olive oil and sunflower oil mixed together. Why the 50-50 ratio?
Okay.
Because I don't want that very strong olivey, live, leafy sort of flavour. I want just a very subtle sort of flavour coming through. I don't want to be overpowered by those olives. So that's why we've got the blend.
Already it smells amazing with the Parmesan in there.
Absolutely.
And the basil.
And then just sort of onto a pulse setting. There's quite a lot of liquid in the actual peppers itself. So, you know, you don't have to add too much. Whereas if you're doing like a basil pesto, you've got to add lots of oil into it there.
And that's coming together beautiful.
You can have it, you know, you can keep going on and get it really, really fine, or you can keep it lovely and coarse and chunky.
What would you recommend? I mean, in terms of texture.
Well, I love texture. Texture is so important. So you want something that's quite coarse. It really does add a completely different dimension to your final dish as well. But it's just taking this into a jar, in the fridge, it'll keep for 2 weeks or so. You know, a little bit more extra virgin olive oil in there, it'll preserve it for that much longer. But that's as simple as that.
Easy as that. All right, let's get that guy out. Remember, you can make your own red pepper salsa at home, or pesto at home, by SMS the keyword pasta to 33728. That's pasta to 33728. We'll send you the shopping list, also add a link to the recipe that you can follow. And just to remember that SMS do cost R1.50, and we're going to be using this pesto in a lovely pasta recipe in just a few minutes. Okay, so let's get this guy out.
Right. So.
All right, so you're leaving it in there.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. So okay, so that's our pesto done, and it smells amazing.
It's there.
After the break, we're making this pasta. What are we exactly making?
So we're just going to literally take some pasta. It's a pasta, roasted tomato, goat's cheese pasta. Something simple, but using that pesto there as our saucy component.
Nice. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back.